on Twitter at @thesarae. And the purpose of my talk tonight is debunking the data deluge. So I'd like to start out just with a show of hands, if I can actually see. How many of you here feel like you know what big data is? So like 10%. Okay, cool. Well, for the rest of you, not to worry, because big data can be easily summed up as data sets whose size is beyond the ability of typical database software to capture, store, manage, and analyze. Got it? Awesome. So with big data comes big opportunity. And here, 10% is the magic number. Allegedly, a 10% increase in usability of data translates to an increase of over $2 billion in total revenue per year. Big money, big sexy, and thus we have reached the era of big data drunkenness. However, with any agent of intoxication, there is a sobering little thing known as managing expectations. Imagine waking up to this big data visualization early in the morning, as I have often done. And imagine explaining that to one of your paying clients, as I have often tried to do. And yes, I have been yelled at just like that. So with this, I'm going to give you a peek into my world and show you some of the ways that I go about making big data more manageable and more meaningful. Number one, natural language processing, the NLP algorithm. So basically what this does is provides context to all of that social data, all of those tweets, those pins, those likes, those comments, those digs, those stumbled upons, etc. And then we rely on statistics. Things like the standard deviation from the mean, cumulative percent, z-scores, t-scores, etc. to quantify and really make meaning out of all of this big data. So the number two thing I hear, in addition to what the fuck am I supposed to do with that, is make it actionable. And when it comes to actionable insights, we're working somewhere in that intersection between my data and their agenda. So let's get into it. More than twice as many Americans would rather be called geeks than jocks. Well, 2/3 of 18 to 34-year-olds consider geek a compliment. Who knew? Awesome. Market opportunity, geeks. Also known as angry jocks, geeky jerks, etc. Bottom line is they're an emerging psychographic profile. They've got money to spend, and it's on techie gadgets, sporting gear, and spectacles alike. Next example. At least 35% of the meals eaten by millennials aren't meals at all. Rather, they're snacks. And in fact, 4 in 10 millennials snack more than once daily, and only 5% of all consumers eat 3 square meals a day. So what are we eating? Slunch? Dinner? The 4th meal? Suddenly Taco Bell's Marcom strategy doesn't seem quite so off base. And of course, there is the extension for high-end fine dining with le branches or slush. Okay. So this is another one of my favorites. According to big data, we are reaching new milestones in responsibility. And if you take a look at that graph right there, approximately 91% of us are solo grocery shoppers. So what does that mean? We're eating premium roast beef dinner in a single serve. Market opportunity, beef, it's what's for dinner? Ooh. And this one is possibly my favorite. Only 30% of us can flare our nostrils. Go ahead and try it. However, what happens when the natural language processing algorithm confuses flare for flare for flare? Take case in point, the flare so deliciously modeled by Mike Judge a la Office Space with former NFL coach Mike Cower and his flare, and any given celebritant and their denim choices du jour, flare, flare, and flare. So now we're going to take a step back and look at those who decide to live their lives offline and don't participate in the data deluge. Chances are this guy is not tweeting, commenting, liking, stumbling, digging. So is he statistically insignificant or statistically unknown? Well, whatever the case may be, he is who he is, we are who we are, and every little bit of everything we do is part of big data. And so I will leave you with this. 42 per 7, what is it? 40, 53, 78, 68.64%. Well, whatever it is, thank you.